Well, guys, I got bad news. We lost one of our more recent expats to Roxas City. His name is Patrick, and he recently moved here. It's been probably several months. And when he first came here, he was just trying it out, that kind of thing. And then he ended up loving it. He rented a place over here, and then he went back home to sell off his estate and everything, and to come and move here permanently. And unfortunately, I get a message yesterday from his landlord, who I'm a friend of, and he said, "Michael, did you know Patrick passed away 3 days ago? He had a heart attack." And see, his landlord, he lives in the United States. He's a Filipino, but he'd been in the United States for a very long time, and he just invests in, building rental place here. And, he was very concerned, and he asked me to make this video. And so this isn't like people say, don't exploit when somebody dies. I'm not. We're trying to make something good out of it. And so he's asked me to make this video because something like this may have been preventable. He was 65, Patrick, right? He seemed healthy. He wasn't overweight. He didn't seem to have any vices. I wouldn't know for sure, but he didn't seem to have any. He seemed pretty agile and, seemed fine. And but a heart attack can sneak up on you like that. So, the suggestion that I really agree with, because I did something very similar but many years ago, is to go to your doctor before coming to the Philippines and run a full exam, like everything. Get everything done. Anything that, they find something, then they'll dig deeper and do further tests, that kind of thing. Make sure you're okay to come here. Stress is probably one of the biggest things, right? And so a lot of the jobs that we have in the West, there might be very, very high stress jobs. And so those are the ones that you really can't see the warning signs so much, right? When you have a lot of stress, your blood pressure can be very high, yet you could eat right, you could still go to the gym, you could not be, an alcoholic and all that stuff, and you're still gonna have really, really bad heart problems. So you can't see it, it's high blood pressure is a silent killer too. So you got to make sure you get a full panel done. And then at least coming here to the Philippines, you were healthy. You were healthy enough, or you knew how to manage it and what you're going to have to do to manage it before you come here. Because that's such a sad story. He was about to start on his new life, and he had begun on his new life, and then to have it snuffed out just like that maybe it would have been prevented if he had found it much earlier. And nowadays they can find anything nowadays, right? They can put that dye into all your bloodstream, and they can see for blockages and where the walls are thickening or hardening and all that kind of stuff. They do that here, even in the Philippines at the private hospitals, they have those tests. So before I made this video here, I contacted Medical City, where Catherine went when we had the surgery recently, and I asked them what they offer for executive checkups. Right, like a lot of insurance for big executives require an annual executive checkup back in the West. Well, they do executive checkups here too, and they are thorough, like a full panel, and much cheaper here, by the way, much cheaper. Like the cheapest one is 13,000 pesos, and it's just like, if you're younger and you already have, you've already had plenty of scans done or whatever, and you're not in a dire need. Plus you want to save some money. So it's just some basics, like an x-ray and different blood tests and stuff like that. But it includes a stay at the Richmond Hotel. Anybody who's been to Iloilo City knows Richmond Hotel is one of the prime best hotels. So you get a free night stay there included in that. So that means you're paying like $100 for that. So don't make price the excuse. Now the executive supreme one, I'm going to put it on the screen so you guys can see, because they sent it to me. This is not sponsored. I contacted them and said, how much is it? And as you can see on there, yeah, okay, that one, now you're getting there, up there in price. We're talking, it's like $800 or something. But I think most people would be fine in the $400 one. So once a year, getting that full test done, all the tests, to find out if you have any of those issues, can make your life, your new dream life, better, right? Because you don't want to spend it here miserable or say you don't pass away, but you end up in a wheelchair and not able to function on the left side of your body because you had a bad stroke or something like that, is that really how you wanted to spend your retirement? So definitely consider this. And I'm doing this video, like I said, because his landlord was, he was friends with him, and they talked a lot, and he hated to see this kind of thing happen. And I believe he is, I'm just gonna say, I think he's in the medical field back in Vegas. I don't know if he's a doctor, but I think he's in the medical field. And so, this is his prime thing that he was worried about, that all the expats are racing over here. Oh, it's such a cheap place to live and retire. Let's go. And kind of letting that override what they really should do, and that is get everything done before you leave, not just sell everything you own and get out, but get your full round of testing done, because you aren't coming to a first world nation, right? This isn't America, where your healthcare is phenomenal and the ambulance will be here in 3 minutes and there'll be the best surgeons in the world waiting at your hospital bed as soon as you arrive. That's not gonna happen. And so you wanna make sure that you manage your health here better by doing the preventative stuff, getting the testing done ahead of time, and taking care of your health. Because, this is a beautiful place to retire, spend the rest of your life, come down and hang out at the beaches and, meet people and socialize, and just, I've told this to people before, like, it feels like when I got here, a new life began. And it's almost like it's a distant past, my previous life, like a TV show, like another, I don't remember living that life almost, because it became a new life here. And it's really awesome. But healthcare and preventative healthcare is something you really should think about. So there you go. Patrick, rest in peace, brother. And hopefully somebody else will take heed of this and they'll be saved by it. And therefore, this was all worth it. Maybe. By the way, it's, here they go. See, the basketball team from Australia, they get police escorts, buses, and they also get police security in front of their hotel, which is right in front of the Canadian Beaver, by the way, for their entire stay that you're here. They have multiple games every single day, and today is the finals. Tonight is the finals. And I'm not a big basketball player. I'm not a big basketball fan. I don't sit and watch basketball. Some people in Canada do. I know Toronto's pretty popular, but I love football, American football. That's my thing. If they all came here, I'd be watching all day long. But anyway, a lot of people love basketball. This is the country for basketball. They absolutely love it here, probably more than any other country in the world. They treat them like royalty here, and the guys are super popular everywhere they go. They're at the Beaver every night. So this will be, I think, their last night. And look who is feeling better. It's been 3 weeks.
Yes, 3 weeks, and now I feel better. I can go outside. I can go outside just walking, but in a trike it's hard to sit in there, especially when you go far, especially if I'm just going to SM. My stitches is like
yeah.
So, well, I'm not gonna force myself to do that.
Well, they were right though. They said 3 to 4 weeks.
Yes.
And it's like working on clockwork.
3 weeks now.
We all wish it would happen in a week. We're like, I'll be better in a week. No.
Yeah, no, because stitches is so big. It's big.
Yeah.
I can't say it's only 1 week or 2 weeks. I think it's a month, almost a month.
Yeah. But at least you can move around, and you've been having all these friends over. And this Monday morning, okay, announce to the world what's going on this Monday morning.
Oh, yeah, this
Philippines
Monday,
time, Sunday night for everybody else.
This Monday we're going to do the live with Irene and Sai.
And Catherine.
And of course me, yeah. And then Michael gave us if you guys gave us many views and super chats, Mike gave us a 50%, and then that 50% is we're going to Boracay
or street food.
Please help us. If we don't get that super chats, oh my god, We're gonna end up in a street food.
So the ladies are going to be doing, yes, they're going to do the next live stream I do every Monday morning. And so I told them, I said, listen, you guys are going to do this. I'll give you 50%. 50% of the super chats, because I got to pay taxes and all that, right? So I still have my own part. But, they can do whatever they want with that. Go on ladies' night, day, whatever it works out to. And I told them, I said, it might be street food or it might be Boracay. I guess we'll find out based on who wants to come. Anyway, all three of these ladies. So you'll have all three of them on the live stream. You can ask whatever question you want. They're all Filipinas, all different. Well, there's just a spread of ages, right? Like Sai is
like 20.
20? Yeah.
No, 23.
Oh, she's 23.
24.
Okay, so 23, 24. You're 27, 28, because you're a month or two away. And
Irene is like 30, 30, I don't know.
Oh, I don't
She
even.
looks young. So
Okay,
I
okay.
can-
Never mind that. We're not even going to talk, because you know what? I should have known better. You never ask a lady her age. Okay, so anyway, 3 different perspectives is the point, and we'll see how that goes. I can't put her in camera, but Lara's teacher is here today, again, every day, that we've hired, and she's a real teacher, by the way. She comes after school, because she only teaches in the morning. So Catherine's going to go give her some instructions, because the reason we hired her is our biggest concern is that Lara is memorizing, not comprehending. And so you should get her to rewrite the same 3-letter word or 2-letter word even over and over and over again many times, and then she seems to get it, right? But then all you have to do is distract her for 5 minutes and go back to it, and she forgot everything, because it was just memorizing how it looked. Okay, it looks like that, so that must be Matt, or this one must be Pat, that kind of thing. But we'll get her to do pa, t, you know, and keep saying it over and over, but she doesn't comprehend that that's Pat. You know, it doesn't matter how many times until she gets a clue that, oh, it must be Pat. Okay, I'll say Pat, but she's just guessing that. She's not comprehending it, and so it's lost. Everything we're teaching her is lost. And so the teacher has been here for a couple of days, and she filmed her doing stuff, and you can see exact same thing. She's memorizing because the teacher's telling her the word eventually, and then she's like, oh, look, you got it. But then it's gone. So that's what we're working on. Hopefully this teacher will be able to solve this, because this is the part we struggled with. We were so frustrated. We were like, we have to hire a professional, because the school, they will do on video chat and all that stuff, but it's not enough. So we'll see. Anyway, guys, hopefully you guys all go get medically checked before coming to the Philippines, and hopefully when you're down here, you also take really good care of your health and get your annual checkups, and be healthy in your new second life here in the Philippines. All right, guys, thank you very much for joining. Make sure you click like, subscribe, and by the way, comments are the biggest thing that can make a channel do well, and it's free. So say hi, anything. All right, see you later, guys. Bye-bye.
At 29 and I find myself wondering what did happen to the last 10. I ran away with my life, fast forward, never turn back again. It's kind of funny that the more we pass time, the more we need to set the rewind. And 19 was the year